Mechanics. We have three different options. Firstly is a catch option. Then we have the brush, then we have the no contact. All three are totally legitimate ways to cycle a barbell. All three will be slightly different for you guys. Some people will hate the no contact, some people will love the no contact. Okay, in this training environment is a time to practice different variations. Stand, hold, down, finish. Stand. 1 second pause at the bottom of each squat.
Today was the first day of our deload, so we're moving into the CrossFit Open. It just so happens that it is week 4 of our program as well, and that's not a surprise. Of course, it's all structured way before in advance in the season, so when we did get to this date, which we knew about, I think 3 or 4 months ago, that we were going to have a deload anyway. So what we've done is take out the heavy lifting. We've prioritized quality. We've prioritized movement quality as well, taking out the volume, taking down the loads, asking people to put pauses in positions that they wouldn't normally have pauses in, that would naturally keep the weight down, doing certain things like touch and go movements or muscle cleans, which naturally keep the weights down. We then gave them touches on their finishing EMOM at the end. Still the movements and the movement patterns that we expect to be loaded, but we do it in a way that it's not going to be so heavy. So for example, a double dumbbell front squat versus building to a set of 5 heavy front squats, which they would have done if the progressions were followed from before, for example. Strict handstand push-ups, keeping touches on it, not allowing AMRAP sets, capping them on how to progress it, and keeping reps a bit shorter again. And then the last movement was a bent over row, just some upper body bodybuilding stuff, yeah.
3 days now, yeah. No, it's been awesome. Came fresh out of quarantine into the real world, which was really nice. Yeah, survived just about. Yeah, no, it's been great getting to meet everyone, checking out the place, so just can't wait to get going.
How's the calf today?
It's had better days, Kiara, not gonna lie. But it's a bit better. It's a bit better. This week is just gonna be all about as much recovery as possible. We definitely want to do the open. So, I mean, it's a deload week anyway. So I will basically just unload my, it's a Solea, so you still want to give it some movement. I'll really try and maximize things like sleep, minimize stress as much as possible, do everything I can from like a recovery standpoint, and then I think I might have to push this week's open attempt back as late as possible, maybe like a Monday morning, Sunday night.
You can't do it with the community?
I don't know, well, hopefully I can, yeah. I guess it just depends on what the workout is. If it's dubs, then no chance. But if it's, you know, chest to bars, handstand push-ups, then yeah, definitely, potentially. So just kind of got to see. Just one of those things, it's always, you know, reflecting back on exactly why this happened. You know, 2-3 weeks of a bit of stress, moving houses, gym opening, sleep hasn't been great, and it's just kind of been building up. And Saturday, I probably knew I should have done that workout, all the skipping and extra calf been feeling tight, but you know what, sometimes you just got to push it and just see what happens, and it's just always a good reminder when you do pick up no injury, so next time we'll just be a little bit more cautious. But these things happen, it's part of sport, and onwards and upwards.
For at least the process programming guys, we have put them into a deload phase. Reason being is because Ed continually needs to be in a deload, but really what we want to do is try and peak them for whatever specific part of their sport they're leading into. So that would be the same for any sport, right? Now, if we think about what we have this weekend, we've got the Open, which is essentially like the start of our competition. So we've had this really intense training block leading into it. We're going to take a little bit of a taper or a deload and kind of like ease back the intensity so that this weekend, when they hit it, they feel fresh and pumped and ready to do it. So what I kind of took my classes through this morning just to explain why, because because I know for me as an athlete, I really struggled with the concept of deload, and I don't think until like the last 2 to 3 years I've really applied it, which is a lot of years of not doing it. But like I said, we've just finished a tough, intense phase of training. We're wanting to peak at the right time in our training block for the open. And then it's also a chance to let our bodies kind of catch up and adapt to what we've given them within the training block. So the way that we do that is with the reduction of some volume and intensity or loads. And then we increase skills, drills, things that we don't normally get to practice in a class setting at lighter loads, so that we're kind of just like adding to that toolbox. Something to also consider is how to make the most of a deload. So having a deload shouldn't only be reducing your volume in training, it should be a mindset thinking of how to improve other areas of our life that we know kind of support recovery and support performance. So that would mean things like making sure that we're sleeping 7.5 to 8 hours. It would make sure that we're getting nutrition that suits our goals and what we're looking to do. Stress management tools, so things that reduce your stress. I know some people like to go on floats, or some people like meditation. Some people like to take time in their day where they might read or go for a walk or something similar. And then also mobility work. Now, all of those things are definitely, apart from the sleep, so all these 3 things are going to be different from person to person. And I think that a lot of people actually miss out on this main important one, which is the easiest one to do. And yet we all neglect it. And yet it is the most important. So yeah, there's other things that we also look at, auto regulation. So taking your foot off the gas pedal, making sure that you're, yeah, like I said, reducing your intensity, making sure that you're not, coming in and absolutely slogging yourself in the middle of a deload. And then when you get to like a comp, you're like flat as a pancake, or you feel unmotivated. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of it.
So then, since the open is like 3 weeks long,
yes.
would we be deloading for 3 weeks, or?
Right, that's a great question. So you wouldn't deload for 3 weeks, but what this is going to do is set you up for the best next 3 weeks of training that we can. So if we think about the way that we structure our training programs, generally speaking, we structure it in a 4-week setting. We always put our Saturday tester on a Saturday, which is like our CrossFit, go for it kind of moment. And then the rest of the week, we don't need to be doing that. We're still doing the same sort of thing by auto-regulating ourselves through our strength training, through different, mixed modal stuff like we just did. It doesn't have to be an open style workout every day. So yeah, I think this phase right now is really important to set us up for the next 3 weeks, not just the next week.
Smile. What?
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Process Programming Update Show. We are here to talk about the final week and the final standings of the Process Programming Gymless Throwdown.
What are your thoughts?
The old Dead Coyote, classic. So, I mean, Chandler Smith did a poor rendition of what he did last year because, firstly, there's no row on stage 1 of the Open, so Chandler, you need to up your game, buddy. Dead Coyote probably means it's going to be really hard. When's an open workout not hard? Is it upside down? Maybe it might be upside down. It might be some handstand push-ups.
Oh, nice.
Teeth, I don't know. Teeth scrape your shins like box jumps. So handstand push-ups, box jump overs, and it's lying on the floor, so a burpee. Burpee, box jump overs, and handstand push-ups. That's my guess.
Burpee, box jump overs, and handstand push-ups.
Yeah.
That would be a miserable combo.
Would.
What am I seeing here? I'm seeing a skull, handstand push-ups, head hurting. That's handstand push-ups. Next, I do see teeth, but I also see gums. What does a gum remind me of? Gum soles.
Shoes, double unders.
Shoes, jumping. So we've got handstand push-up jumping. Now, I do also see some fur, hair, fur. So that, again, just really solidifies that it's definitely going to be handstand push-ups because you get your hair pulled out.
Must be.
When your head comes to mat.
And it moves a lot when you do double unders as well.
Yeah, hair moves a lot. And what else are we seeing here? Decomposition, which means that it's going to hurt.
That's what he said already.
So we're thinking time caps, something short and sharp.
You can actually see, I don't know why I'm talking to the microphone because there's actually not anything to do with it, but you can actually see by the decomposition of the coyote, which I can obviously tell it is a coyote, You can see that it's been lying out in the wild for about 24 days, which means it's going to be a 24-minute AMRAP.
Oh, so not short and sharp.
Not short and sharp, no.
That would still hurt.
Handstand push-ups, burpee box jump overs for 24 minutes.
Actually, definitely handstand push-ups, because you can see the coyote's neck is broken, which is exactly what our necks will all be if we have to do 24 minutes of handstand push-ups.
Correct.
So what are we finishing on here? Handstand push-ups,
Burpee box jump overs, double unders of an ascending ladder because the teeth get bigger through its mouth for 24 minutes.
Yeah.
There you go. You heard it here first.
All that working out. I can't.
In my bag. Not me. It's fresh. Cleans and dirty become the same thing.
Right, see you tomorrow. Bye.
Gonna be doing a lot
It's
more
got to
of
be
this.
the other way around so you can see the sea.
No, mate. It's a calf stretching station. In the next couple minutes, but we do have a lot to get through today. First things first, you may have noticed an odd face in the room. Two odd faces actually. Welcome, Vanessa. Vanessa, round of applause. So Vanessa is going to be joining our operations team. Today is officially day number 1. You got Paddy, who's actually officially in the room now, not just in the corner.
Yeah.
Paddy, welcome. Good to have you, mate.
Anything else like
Gina's last day will be tomorrow. So, guys, let's just get around her. We will be seeing her lots in the future anyway. She will continue to hopefully train here with us.
6:15.
But Gina, just want to say,
in the morning.
just want to say thank you so much for everything you've done. We're going to really miss you around here, but happy to kind of still have you a part of our community somehow.
You're gonna miss me, Gina.
Happy birthday, dear Baz.
babes.
Happy birthday to you. Yay! Got lots to talk about here, coaching team and ops team. It's important we're all kind of aware of what's going to be happening. So, I'll talk about Fitness League in a little bit, but firstly just turn your attention to the whiteboard. And this is going to kind of explain what's going to happen every Saturday when we run our open workouts. We're going to be running 90-minute classes. Okay, we're going to be running 4 90-minute classes. 7 to 8:30, 8:30 to 10, 10 to 11:30, 11:30 to 1, and I believe we're running then 1 barbell club.
That's up for discussion. Do you think we
1
should?
to 2 p.m. Well, your choice, what do you think? I think we did it last year,
We
that's
did
actually really busy.
Yeah.
If it's a 3-minute workout, then people are gonna want to do it.
Yeah.
Do you want to run one class and just see how we go?
Happy to run one.
Very important we get our heads around this. 90-minute classes, 4 of them. Now, in each class, there's going to be a cap of 16 people. How that's going to work is essentially we're going to split that 90-minute class into 2. So 2 45-minute classes. So essentially there's going to be 2 heats in every 90-minute class. So heat 1 will be judged by heat 2, and then heat 2 will be judged by heat 1. So the way that it will work, in each quadrant, there'll always be 4 people, just like we currently do. An athlete and their judge, an athlete and their judge.
So we can control up and down.
Up and down the back.
Yeah, where the cock
It
is
totally
as well.
depends on what the workout is.
It does totally,
Yeah,
of course, depend on the workout for
If,
sure.
if it's a workout like the deadlift double
Thank
under
you.
chest to bar test that we did, we're going to use both sides of the rig.
But
Okay.
if you can.
So we'll basically
like-
say like one of these 2 areas will be coaches.
Okay.
Content. There's going to be lots of content coming out over the CrossFit Open. Here's what's going to happen. Every Friday morning, after the workout is released, Ant and Al are going to be throwing down one-on-one, one-on-one head-to-head. So Kiara will be filming that, just like we've been doing for the process throwdown, for the gymnast throwdown. We'll then be doing a commentary, kind of talking about strategies, pacing, tips on their performance. Bearing in mind, there are 3 divisions this year. So we've got the foundations, the scaled, and the RX. We're going to try to provide some insight for all 3 of those workouts. So it might be a slightly longer video, but we'll try to keep it shorter. Also in that video, we're going to try to include something on warm-up to kind of give people an idea of how to prep for it. These videos are not only aimed at the Coastal Fitness community, they're aimed at our process programming community. We've got obviously all our subscribers online, and we've now got 5 affiliates. So we've got another affiliate who's joined us. Ben Kell just created a new affiliate called Riverside. So you know, within our affiliate family, up to kind of 300 subscribers now, and so we're kind of catering to all those guys. So every Friday we're going to try and get that video out at 5 p.m. Every Tuesday we're going to be doing an update show, and the update show is going to be centered around our process programming community. So of course that's everyone here at Coastal, but there's also everyone doing the workout who follow us online, and of course it's everyone overseas in the affiliates. Kiara, our video talking about Fitness League is going to be when?
Today.
Okay, cool. So there'll be a video coming out today. Team captains, make sure you share that video with your, I'm going to say circulate. Share that video with your teams, please. Okay, that will explain the whole Fitness League, announces the captains officially, how the Open works, how the scoring works. I'm sure you guys have had all those kind of questions over the last few days. Now this year, there's going to be 2 team captains per team. Oh. The team captains this year for the morning crew is Ant and Tammy.
Woo! Yeah!
Okay. Team captains for the lunchtime crew.
Don't even worry about that.
It's going to be shit!
Suckers! Loser!
Lottie and Liam, the double L.
Yeah!
Hey, bum, 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 bum.
To be
Okay.
fair, the best members come to
For
lunch.
the evening crew. Evening crew, the team captains are
The only ones left.
Alex and Paddy.
Fuck yeah, let's go, Paddy!
Oh my god. I feel bad for that team.
1, 2, 3, go.
Oh, you!
Ants, colour first, please.
Whoa.
Black or white? I'm happy with that.
White. Okay, morning crew is white. Stone, paper, scissors, please.
Hey, can you put it on
Stone, paper,
the...
scissors.
1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go.
Hey!
Blue.
Alex.
We need to do top 3 males, top 3 females, watch the videos, readjust their reps. I know we're already starting to see some pretty big discrepancies in terms of what's been recorded and what was actually done. Then if the podium does change, or the leaderboard of that workout changes, we need to then assess the next one. So sorry, it's a bit of a tiring task, but we need to get it done. We'd love to have that done by Tuesday, so tomorrow at 1:30 before the update show, so we can announce our official winners. Something I've needed to do for a really long time, but also just haven't really felt ready for the change. But COVID was a really good teacher to me, and I've realised now that there's no better time to do it than now. So I've had some really tough conversations with some really long-standing clients over last week. I want you guys to know that I'm going to be here. You can book me in at any time, and I'm going to make that time a priority. Of course, I'll be working a lot with Iz and the ops team to help improve systems and kind of put our heads together in terms of business development and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, the goal is to be kind of on site here for those couple of days. So just a bit of a heads up there.